Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. I am in my gym. So, doing a six month check-in. Technically, we are on month 7. But yeah, I just wanted to come to you live from the gym and get into it. I might insert some clips from today's workout here, so we'll see. But this is how I normally get started. It is around 4:30. I like to get up at 3:30 just so I have time to get up and get going. Normally leave the house around 4, come to the gym. But yeah, I always start off by stretching and then I get into my workout. Normally starting on the Smith machine, getting my squats in. And I love coming early because there's no one here and I can take my time and have fun with it. So yeah, I'm gonna be answering some questions that you guys have had for me and that I've had other people ask, such as how I got started. And this is really how I got into working out so early. It's just because I love this time where it's quiet in here. I can take my time. I don't have to feel pressured. So if you are a person that you're like, oh, I want to be lifting weights or I want to try things that I don't normally do in the gym, but it's always so busy, I would try to make the time for it where you know there's not going to be a lot of people there. Or find if you have access to equipment at your house, you can do full body workouts at the house. But also I challenge you to get outside of your head and just realize that in the gym, because later people will start to come in here normally around 5, but just challenge yourself to think outside of what you would normally think and know that everyone that's coming in the gym is looking to better themselves and they're not going to be too worried about you. And if they are lame as hell. So don't be worried about other people. Come in here, get your workout done for you, and spend this time letting go of all the other stuff that's going on in the world, in your daily life routine, and get your sweat in. So yeah, I'll be right back. Hey guys, what's up? So I am back for my workout. It is 6:45, but I've been back for a while, so don't like that. I was there from 4:30 to 6:45 because I wasn't. Normally I stay there. I get there around 4:30, end up leaving around anywhere from 5:45 to 6, just because I take my time while I'm in there since it is less crowded in the morning. So yeah, let's get into these questions. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about my journey, a little bit about where I'm at. Like I said before, I am in month 7 originally. Well, I haven't been on this channel in years, honestly, and it was before dedicated just to my makeup channel, being a channel for my makeup, which I am still doing makeup and into makeup, but I am extremely focused on trying to hit these fitness goals right now. So that's what the majority of my content has been. So I was like, why not bring people, friends, family, people that ask me about it, and people online along for the journey? Because for me, it was something that made me more accountable, just by documenting it. And I just thought it was fun. I love following pages that encourage me, of women and men too, that are out there doing their thing, trying to lose weight. So I was like, I root for all these people that I don't know. Why not start rooting for myself? So yeah, let's get into these questions. So the first question is, what keeps you motivated, especially at 5 a.m., and do you drink pre-workout? So for me, like I said before, I work out at, 4:35 because it is extremely convenient for me. I work out in my apartment gym, and that's whenever nobody is there. When I first started back in December, I was going over my lunch break because I get an hour lunch break. So I was like, oh, why not use this hour? But I like to do things outside of my time, and time is extremely important to me. So once I decided, hey, instead of using this hour of lunch that I could be talking to friends or doing whatever it is I want to do, eating lunch, let's start getting up early so that I can carve out time dedicated to myself and not be distracted by wanting to hang out with friends or do anything I want to do, want to catch up on shows, and be able to put it off. So I started working out in the morning so that I would have a designated time to dedicate to strictly just focusing on myself, my body goals, and putting in the work. So I found a time that worked for me and my schedule, and I really realized that I was going to have to sacrifice something. And for me, what I decided to start sacrificing was my time that I was sleeping instead of sleeping in, because I also was a person that I would wake up 5 minutes before my shift started. You know, with COVID, of course, I work from home, and I was like, let me just start getting up and see what that's like. And it worked out amazing for me. And yeah, I don't see me going back to working out later in the evening just because it's too easy for me to put it off if I go later in the day. Okay, I forgot to mention this. Another question was, do I use pre-workout? Yes, I do, and it definitely helps, guys. This is Sports Research, really Sweet Sweat. They're pre-sweat, and it's amazing. I love, love, love this. I also do have the sweatband, which I would highly recommend. I use that as well. Recently, I haven't been using it as much just because I need to order some more of the sweat stick. But this is amazing. It definitely gives me the energy. I am not sponsored, but I definitely hope the goal is to one day be sponsored by them. So this is really good though. The flavor is watermelon yuzu, and it's fire. It tastes just like a kind of like a sour gummy. Amino acids 3.5 G, creatine 2 G, beta alanine 2 G, 2 grams of coconut water powder. But yeah, this is really good. I would recommend you could get it on their website or on Amazon. And it really gives me the energy to just keep pushing through. Definitely, you could start with a half a scoop, it says, for a beginner. Advanced is 1 scoop. I do 1 scoop in the morning right before I go work out, and it pumps me up. So I forgot to mention that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So the next question is, how did you start / find the motivation to begin with? So for me, I've had the motivation, honestly, for a couple years. I mean, really my whole life, I've always been plus I've been a chunky kid growing up. I was just thick, and I think that it got to me, but I was used to, I mean, I have the same story as a lot of fat people, you know, like getting called fat, but I have always felt beautiful in my own skin. And I became aware, I mean, I was completely aware of my body size, but in my mind, I was just like, I'm not fat, or I still look good. And I accepted myself, and I also was very rebellious because I was like, well, why do I have to change? Like, I should be able to be any size that I want to be. I should be able to eat what I want to eat. My friends and my family, they all eat. I grew up with brothers. I'm the only girl. My brothers eat whatever they want to eat. Why do I have to restrict myself? So growing up, I mean, from a child into early adulthood, I just was doing whatever I wanted to do. And then especially in my early 20s, when I moved out of the house and I was able to eat whatever I wanted to eat. I wasn't under my mom's supervision, and I did that. I ate whatever I wanted to eat. I enjoyed food. It wasn't until I turned 28, I was really internally feeling depressed about my weight because I was feeling it on my bones. And I was looking back at pictures. It was my actual birthday, and I was just like, damn, that's not, I just have become too complacent and okay with where I'm at physically. I remember getting on the scale and it saying 313, and I called my best friend and I'm like, what? I can't believe this. But at the same time, in the past, growing up, I would have been crying and devastated, but I was okay, and I didn't like that. I was okay with it just because health-wise, I was like, well, I'm 28, getting closer to 30. I think I need to start getting this in check because, the older you get, the more health issues can come upon with obesity. But the thing I want to say is that, or not even obesity, just having weight on you. Doctors would all the time associate any issue that I had back to my weight. And it was annoying because I don't have diabetes. I never had diabetes. I wasn't pre-diabetic. But they would always, anytime I had any issue, they would relate it back to my weight. So I found that completely frustrating because I'm like, oh, well, I am healthy. So what is the deal? It has to be, once again, it's just not wanting to accept, just the fact that in the world, people are fat shamed. And I was definitely not for that. I'm like, I'm healthy, I'm fine how I am. But at 28, to answer that question, I realized, hey, I want to be as healthy as I can be. And right now, me binge eating or emotional eating, eating whatever I want to eat was not going to be beneficial for me in the long run. So I started to begin to view my future in the present and how I wanted to change and realizing what did I want to do. So 2 years ago, turned 28, decided, hey, let me start. So I was working out a little bit, but I was preparing to move to Dallas, which now I do live in Dallas. And so I was like, let me just get my eating under control. So that's what I will say. I picked one lane and I stuck with that for a while. So slowly over that time frame from 28 to 20, going on 30, I was slowly starting to lose more weight just by changing my eating habits, being more aware of when I was emotionally eating, when I was binge eating, and trying to find ways to eat healthier and bring healthier options into my life. Flash forward December of 2020, I was about to be turning 30 in 3 months, and I decided, hey, I want to go all in on my fitness and start really feeling good because I was feeling chronic pain. Like my knees were in so much pain walking upstairs, my back. I still deal with back issues, but I'm working on that. But I mean, guys, I was in extreme pain, so I was like, let me get my body moving and see what that does. And I've seen a complete turnaround in how my body feels daily. I'm not in aching pain like I was before. So that is amazing. So that was really the motivation, was just to get healthier, to start feeling better. And of course I wanted to look good, but more importantly, I already felt like I was the shit and I looked good. So more of the motivation was health wise. So sis, next question. Sis, how do you come up with the circuits you do? Well, I will say, starting out, I started following a lot of pages on Instagram. I will link some in here that I follow, and I started getting ideas from them. My brother is a trainer. He's a trainer in Kansas City. So if you are looking for a trainer, you should definitely look him up. I will link his information below as well. And once he saw that I was serious, he did reach out to me and gave me some workout plans that I could do. But what I do is I just do what works for me. So I look at what do I want to do. Like I said, I go to the gym at my apartment. So we only have a Smith machine in that gym. I begged and begged for them to bring the dumbbells back, which they did since everything has been lifted with the vaccine and everything. So I started finding workouts that I could do with the equipment that I had. So whether you're at home and you have no equipment, you can look up full body workouts, body weight workouts, or you can look up Smith machine workouts. I definitely use my resources. I use Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest to find ideas, and follow pages, follow girls or guys that you are interested in, how they're doing their workout routines, and learn from them. It's just all about finding what works for you. So that's how I come up with my circuits. And then, I pretty much have it scheduled out Monday through Friday. I know before I go into the gym what I have planned to do that day. Next question is, what encouraged you to stay consistent? I think the fact that I had never been consistent before, and I felt this feeling of, this was something that I've been carrying with me forever. And it's something that I wanted to complete, and I'm still on the journey of completing. So what drives me and encourages me to stay consistent is showing up, posting daily on my stories. I haven't got to where I'm posting daily on my page, but that definitely does help me because it makes me feel encouraged to know that I can be an encouragement. So it allows me to pour into myself, and how I'm feeling really allows me to be consistent. I have never been this consistent as I've been before. And if you want to change, you have to actually change. Something that my best friend told me, I was getting frustrated back in January, and I was venting, and I was like, I'm sick of this. Like, I'm not seeing any results. And she really spoke some life into me by saying, you have to do the hard work, and you've never done the hard work before. And something in my mind just clicked when she said that, because I was like, wow, I have never done this before. So this is going to be different. And I just encourage you, if you've never been consistent, try to be consistent, even if it's not you going to work out twice a day for 6 months or 12 months, whatever. Just say something you're going to do. You want to give yourself little baby steps you can do to get to your goal. So whether that's like, I'm going to, at least if I'm not eating healthy all day, I'm gonna clean up where I went wrong today. So if I ate out for lunch, I'm not gonna eat out for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and cook a meal. Or if I didn't get my workout in today like I wanted to, but before I go to bed, I'm gonna do some quick abs. Just something that will make you feel good, and it's going towards your goal. So that's what I would say. Definitely wanting to change encouraged me to be consistent. How do you stay motivated? That's the next question. How do you stay motivated? I stay motivated by, again, it just goes back to me wanting something better for myself. At first, I told myself, oh, this is just I want to lose 60 pounds before I turn 30. So March comes, and I had not lost 60 pounds, but I had lost 20 pounds from December, and I realized I'm focusing too much on the number. It shouldn't be about just a number. Of course it can be, that's motivation. But then what happens when you don't reach that number? You shit on yourself. You talk shit to yourself. You're like, oh my God, why, I should have did this. I should have did that. At least that's what I do. And so I had to remove that number from my mind of trying to get to that number, and just realize this is a daily lifestyle change that I'm making. And that honestly motivates me. Me feeling healthier when I walk around not being out of breath and like trying to cover up for me being out of breath. That motivates me and encourages me to keep going. And following other pages, guys, what you pour into yourself, I try to surround myself with positive people, and I follow pages that are positive and encouraging, whether it's quotes. It could be corny or cliche to some people, but that encourages me, because when I see other people out here going after what they want and getting it, it really pushes me to keep going. Like, oh, okay, let me go get this. Like, I see that they're doing it, I can do it too, because I've always been somebody that's like clapping for others, but it's like sometimes you got to take the time out and clap for yourself, and not even just clap for yourself. Go put the work in, get sweaty. Like, it feels good on a whole nother level. So next question is, what has been the hardest part of your journey, and what has kept you motivated? The hardest part is starting, honestly, because you could tell yourself a million reasons why you don't want to do this right now, or why make excuses. You got to stop making the excuses to yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just an excuse, and you're right where you've been before. So if you want to change, you have to dig deep. And like I said, be willing to go through the hard shit. Like, it's not easy getting up at 4:30 every day, getting up at 3:30. but it's been so rewarding because I see a different person, but I see still the best parts of me that have always been there. But it just feels like I'm chipping away and building myself into a new woman, a stronger woman that is capable. And she's always been capable, but just didn't really see it. I never saw it for myself. So the hardest part of the journey is definitely starting. And then I would also say just learning to love on yourself and talk nice to yourself. You have to encourage yourself the same way you would encourage your friends, your family, and just talk sweet to yourself and be like, hey, you know, you're doing your best. You got to keep going. You got to push through one more. And that really helps for me. It's just being encouraging to myself. And that has taken a lot of self-hate that I had and turned it to self-love. And that doesn't just get to a max point. You got to keep working on yourself daily in multiple areas. Another hard part I would say is the nutrition, guys, because for me, I mean, I get it in the gym, but I try to I eat a lot more salads and vegetables to my diet, but I'm not gonna lie, I get my Wingstop, I get my Chipotle, and what I do is I have to just, like I said earlier, remember that, okay, this is life, this is real life, this is balance, but now I had that, I'm not gonna eat the whole thing, I'm gonna eat half of it, or instead of getting all these carbs on there, I'm gonna get a salad. Just modifying. I've learned to modify what it is that I'm eating. But that's my goal in the next part of this year, is just tightening up, tweaking my nutrition, and continuing on the fitness because I have got that down how I want to. But I'm just so excited to push even further and know, and that's the encouraging thing that I have to say about this journey has been knowing that it doesn't stop. There's not like a deadline that you have to meet this goal by. Like, no, we're putting in the work. I'm putting in the work daily. I see people, my friends and my family joining along that you guys are putting in the work too, which is dope as hell. My last question is my favorite routine. Definitely anything on the Smith machine. I love that Smith machine. At first I was annoyed because I would see videos of people using the free weights or the free dumbbells, barbells. But I've gotten into such a groove with it and I love it. I love doing squats. I love doing different CrossFit moves. Learning about it is awesome. Anything that involves full body workouts as well. I'm starting to get into arms, which is fun. It's just make it fun, and you don't have to do CrossFit. You can do dance. I mean, if you know me, you know I'm not a dancer, but I have friends who are out here dancing, getting it. The steps. Shout out to my girl Abby getting it on her steps. She's over there doing the step routines. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, like you gotta find what works for you and work the hell out of it. So that's what I would say my favorite routine is definitely anything with weights on the Smith machine. Squats, I do a lot of those. Yeah, I'm just having fun, guys, and I'm enjoying it. I love this part, which is just sharing my journey and being vulnerable and sharing my true self with you guys. So it's been awesome. I'm so excited to continue and to do more. So I do plan to start posting more videos on here where I am more so talking instead of just doing the workouts. But let me know in the comments, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want to see more workouts? Do you want to know what I'm eating? Yeah, if you're encouraged by this and you're on your own journey, share that below too. I want to hear and I want to be inspired by you too. And I hope that this has been encouraging to you all and that you all continue to go on the journey that you're going on. You got this. Every day you're putting in work and you can do it. I mean, I have my days where I'm like, damn, I don't see any results, and am I really losing weight? Can I really see it? And then I'll have mornings where I wake up and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I see that. I see that change. I see my face getting smaller. I see my stomach getting smaller. I feel the difference in my back when I'm sleeping at night. I don't feel pressure in my knees anymore. And yeah, just whatever goals you have, you can do it. Don't be discouraged or beat down. And also, like I said, find ways to encourage yourself and look around and find people that have body types like you that are doing it as well. That is one thing I want to say. Like a lot of the pages that I follow a lot of plus size girls that are working out, and then I follow workout pages, and I'll see some of the workout pages are only posting, more in shape girls, which is dope, and I'm inspired by them as well. But whatever you are, whatever body shape you are, don't be afraid to get out there and make a name or make a way for yourself. Like, do it for you and do it for other people that look like you, that may be inspired by you, because you are out there encouraging somebody and you don't even know it. Just by being yourself, just by staying true to you and pouring into yourself. It's all about investing in yourself and the future you that you want to be. You got to change today for you to see the change tomorrow. So I hope you were encouraged by this. I love you all. Thank you so much for even asking me any questions. If you have any additional questions, go ahead and drop them down below. If you're not following me on socials, follow me, Jazz Simone on Instagram, and Jazz Simone on YouTube, Jazz Simone on TikTok. And I love you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.